On Redneck Redo today, I'm going to show you how to turn a Walmart skeleton into a zombie skeleton. Here we go.
This man is in the house. That's a heck of a birdie right there.
Alright, so here it is. Here is the skeleton from Walmart. It's about $10. It doesn't look like much, but that's because it ain't. I mean, it's a pretty good little thing for $10, but it's somewhat bigger. You can look at this, about the size, about half the size of a door. I don't even think it's that big. I think that's exaggerated, but this is what you turn it into. So you turn it into this little zombie thing by painting it with acrylic paints and using this pink medical tape. So this is what you're going to want to grab. It's like a little pink medical tape, and you just wrap the whole skeleton with it in his joints, and you hot glue his joints together, and that makes him all rigid so he doesn't bend. You can put him in whatever position you want to, but the main thing is just making sure that he's glued up pretty good. So just hot glue on the joints, and then around that you put this pink medical tape, and then I put a little bit on the face there that you can see, so that that would kind of serve as his little skin falling off. He's like a zombie. I call him an electric zombie because he's he's metal and flesh and bone, and he's like a cyborg is the main way to describe him. Now, as far as the metal parts on him, that's just all like what I call eco board, what you get at the Dollar Tree. It's foam board. It's like the size of a poster board, but it's like a 1/10 of an inch thick. And so you kind of put that as his metal parts, and then I put a little bit more of the medical tape, pink medical tape, around him. So then I took a piece of cloth for the pants and the shirt, and I painted that different, but well, actually I used one of my wife's washcloths for the pants, and it was brown, so I just cut it into strips and glued it on there with hot glue. And then the shirt material is just literally like a sheet, like a cotton sheet. I cut up into pieces and glued it on there, and then I just glued the pieces with hot glue on the outside, and that gave it that rigid look. Now, depending on the light, obviously, depending on how good it looks, I think it looks pretty good all around. Does look better in the little bit dramatic blue light. Now the eyes are just little pieces of styrofoam that I cut out and glued in there, and the rest of it's just acrylic paint. So whatever you want to use, I used a lot of different greens and browns. And then for the eco board, foam board parts, I just used like a metallic acrylic, and you'll be able to find that at Walmart. But it's you get your light, you get your dark gunmetal acrylics, and then on the outside, on the edges of those pieces, do a little bit more like silver metal on there. But this is literally just acrylic paint and hot glue, and then the medical tape that I was talking about. And you can doctor them up any way you want. You just need some fabric as well. And I put a little glow stick in the back to kind of spice it up. Now, as far as the cords, I just used like the little electric cords coming out of the back of his head around his body. I actually just used the lawnmower cord for the weed eater, and the weed eater line, and it's just an orange type. It's pretty common in Walmart, so I didn't have to paint that at all. That was perfect the way it was. But yeah, literally just foam board, fabric, acrylic paint, and the skeleton for $10. And I'd say I probably spent about $20 on this piece, but it looks pretty sweet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it turned out pretty good. And the base is just that eco board painted with the metallic paint. That's it. Just hot glue, foam board, and that's it. And you'll get. I'll do a bigger video that explains a little bit more like in the process. But the supplies you need, I've already given you, and that's all you'll need. You can make a pretty badass zombie here. So good luck, and there's a lot of different variations you can make. This is the one I made with metallic paints and browns and greens acrylic. So turned out pretty good.